Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Uh, is everything working here? Are you guys ready for the draft to commence? The chat is currently off. Yeah, I think I'll be turning it on. There will be no check-in today. Just come into view. But I think we'll be starting in a couple of minutes, just letting everybody settle down. Is everybody excited for the draft? Alright, sounds good. Hey. Get this show started. Just a second, guys. Actually, I will, there'll be no, live chat. You guys will be able to chat in the Discord, and, hopefully, come in there, but get you guys some levels. Let's start it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Season 2 Synergy Hoops League Draft. We're joined by me, reporter Wade Reese, and the announcer of the draft, the league commissioner Adam Gold, who will come up soon. I'm looking forward and excited to give you all the details and insights I have and will be providing this coming draft and the coming season. Here comes Adam Gold. The first overall pick of the Season 2 SHL draft belongs to the Fresno Redwoods, and they have 3 minutes to make their selection. This coming season will be a special one, as it is the beginning of a new start. This is going to be the first ever draft, so hopefully you guys are able to deal with that. Thank you. So coming into this draft, we know that Fresno does have the first pick. They did trade their first overall pick, their fourth overall pick, and their second overall pick, and I believe another second round pick as well for Season 3. To the Cincinnati Royals, which means they only have one pick within this draft, but hopefully this pick will be able to impact their team heavily. We'll see who they have. In the current mock draft I did make up, I did have Carson Cold going number 1. I had him going 1 as I do think he might have the most potential as, most offensive potential as a center within the whole draft class. I know that Fresno is an expansion team and they are looking to hit the league with a bang. Their expansion draft, they did draft some good players. Ethan Goldman. They signed RJ Williams. Drafted a great defensive wing in Alan Walsh. Juan Tompkins. And Jonathan Decker, who is their current center, but we will see how it comes up in this draft, whether they draft a center. Uh, can't wait to see who they select. So the top 3 current prospects are Malcolm Vargas, Carson Cole, Brady Curran, all 3 centers. So I assume as they do have the first overall pick, they'll be selecting someone with the best upside. I wouldn't be surprised if they pick either of them, but we'll see. Malcolm Vargas is definitely, I believe, to be the best defensive prospect within the whole draft class. I did state in my SHL features article that I believe for him to be the best defensive prospect coming into the season, and he will be contending for a DPOI right away. Carson Cole, definitely out of the 3 of those, definitely the best offensive upside. Great post game, great handle, and sneaky athleticism. Looks like the 3 minutes is over. I think Adam Gold is coming back to the podium. The first overall pick, the Fresno Red, with the first overall pick of the Season 2 SHL draft, the Fresno Redwoods select Malcolm Vargas from Richmond, British Columbia. So, like I said, guys, as I was saying earlier, I believe Malcolm Vargas to be the best defensive prospect within the draft class and to be a contender for the coming season. We did see in the combine he was dominating heavily in the paint as both a primary defender and a help defender as well, which I believe he'll excel at. I do see some offensive upside as well. He does have a nice shot to him and can step out to the 3-point line. He is a bit small as a 7'3" center, but because of his at 232 pounds, but because of his height at 7'3" and his wingspan of 7'11", I believe he'll be able to combat the fact that he is a bit small for his size by using his length. I do believe there is some game to him where he should be using his length a bit more on the offensive side, as I do think he settles for a bit too many shots regardless of how tall he despite of how tall he is. He's able to finish on almost anybody within the class or during the combine. I don't think he had that much of trouble getting to the rim, other than Montepress. But Montepress is the heaviest player in the class, so of course could have seen some great defense from him guarding Malcolm. The second overall pick, I believe, the Cottontail. So in my mock draft, I did have Carson going number 1, and Malcolm, I believe, 2. No, I had Christopher Randall going 2. But we will see, as Malcolm did get picked and Carson did drop. Hopefully Carson doesn't drop too much, but see if the New Jersey Cottontails select him. The New Jersey Cottontails are rebuilding the whole roster, trading every single player from the last season. We'll see who they select, and looks like the timer is done, and Adam Gold is stepping up onto. Got to. With the second overall pick of the Season 2 SHL draft, the New Jersey Cottontails select Who's Westbrook from Oklahoma City. Now that was definitely a pick I did not expect. Who's Westbrook I did have slated as picked up at number 8, I believe. And by the New Jersey Cottontail as well, but it looks like they picked him a lot earlier than I expected. Did not expect him to jump all the way up to number 2. He is definitely a great prospect, cannot deny that fact. He is in the draft in the SHL features. I did highlight him as one of the better prospects in the athleticism standpoint. He did place first in the sprints, the 3/4 sprints, and tied first with a few other players for the lane agility drills as well. He did not do the best during the combine, but I don't think that will really affect him, as he is somewhat of a development project, but he has high upside with his athleticism, and I don't think anything to worry about. He's a great great from transition, so I do believe we'll see a bit of pace pushing within this New Jersey Cottontails team. They do currently have point guard Jacob Rush. Yeah, Jacob Rush. Essentially almost the same type of player. Great at pushing the pace. Great playmaker. Cruz does have some development need for playmaking, but I don't think that will be a problem, as he is a great grinder. Some points about Cruz. So he did struggle a bit during the draft combine, but I don't think that deterred the Cottontail franchise whatsoever. Did pick him number 2, but within the pickup runs, he did show up solid potential. Definitely think it may have been a reach to pick him up at 2, but honestly, with the number 8 pick, I don't think the Cottontail would have gotten him regardless, because of how great of a prospect. Best speed in the draft, best pace pushing, great overall player regardless. So it does look like the Las Vegas Vipers are next to this stand with number 3 pick. With the first 2 picks already shaking up my mock draft, I wonder if I should have this job still, but no, it is what it is. I do have Jason Hodges going at number 3, but we'll see with what Las Vegas is looking. Las Vegas's current roster, they have, like I said, a runner-up MVP and Chris Vizo, great guard. Some positions they are looking to fill though are most likely power forward and the shooting guard spot. They did not have a great shooting guard season. They did end it off 3-8, 3 out of their 11 games. I do believe they might need a bit of a scoring playmaking touch, as Chris Vizo is a great point guard, don't get me wrong, but he is a bit more of a shooting guard if anything, as he is a bit more score first than a playmaker. But we'll see what they do with their pick. I think Jason Hodges would be a great interior presence, but they do have Alex Cleveland. But we'll see. Some other like potential prospects. Like Carson Cold is still on the team, but or on the board. But Las Vegas also does have their DPOY, the current DPOY in Cliff Center. So we'll see if they end up picking another center. Looks like Adam Gold is coming back to the stand. We'll see who they select. With the third overall, oh shit, yes. The third overall pick, the Season 2 SHL draft, the Las Vegas Vipers select Kyrie Jameson from Miami, Florida. Ooh, like there is a bit of crowd booing, crowd noises. Kyrie Jameson, I definitely did not have selected all the way up at top at the number 3 position, but we'll see what Las Vegas is currently trying to do. They do have a bit of a scoring punch from Chris Vizo as well, but I mean, their last season they did not really have anybody else other than maybe Alex Cleves and once in a blue moon, Fox Vela-Torres. Did have really bad shooting numbers, but see what they do with Kyrie Jameson, the coming pick. Kyrie Jameson I viewed as as a premier draft prospect. He is definitely going to be one of the top scorers within this league, I believe. He will contend for a potential scoring title with maybe another prospect in Randall. But I did have Christopher Randall slated higher than a lot of these prospects, but where he lands. Carson Cold still on the board, Christopher Randall still on the board, Jason Hodges still on the board, and Brady Brand still on the board. All players I slated to be picked up in the lottery. And Kyrie picked up 2 spots within the lottery, so we'll see who gets picked. As Jordan Scott, I also slated for number 6 pick as well. For Kyrie Jameson, he looked absolutely great during the combine. During the drills, did not pick up too much on what he did, but during the games he definitely did absolutely great. He is standing a bit heavy at being 6'5" and 235 pounds, but I mean that doesn't stop him from scoring. His offensive game reminds me a bit like Luka. Well, disregarding the fact that he's not the best playmaker or passer in general, as he is a bit stumpy being 235 pounds, but he does have great length to him, having a 6'11" wingspan, borderline 7 foot. He isn't doubted to be like a good defensive prospect, but the 6'11" wingspan, we'll see what he does with that. Like getting ready. the 4th overall pick already. The trade from Fresno to Cincinnati gave Cincinnati the 4th overall pick. Adam. With the 4th overall pick, the Season 2 SHL draft, the Cincinnati Royals select Randy Sanders from Drumheller, Alberta. So that was definitely a huge jump. Carson's still on the board. Jason's still on the board. Well, Christopher Randall still on the board. Jordan did not have slated as high, but I mean, it doesn't matter because it's pick. In my original mock draft, I did have Randy Sanders selected at the number 11 spot to the Birmingham Stallions, but he jumped all the way up to number 4. We'll see if this is a great pick. He did show out heavily during the combine, had great measurements, had great athleticism, I think great shooting drills as well, and he did exceptionally well during the combine games, showing off his exceptional help defense, great offensive connections, great play finisher. He is overall a great player, and I'm ready to see what he can do during the draft. He is he doesn't have the best offensive upside as of right now. I do see him potentially developing it. He has a bit of a shot to him, but I only really see him hitting catch and shoot shots. See if you'll be able to expand that part of his game. I mean, he's selected to the Cincinnati Royals, who did actually, I forgot to say, blow up their roster somewhat as well, trading their star Kendrick Wooten, having one of their best scorers in Tyrese Holloway heading to the expansion draft to the San Diego Storm, and trading their their starting point guard Jacob Rush for North Lemsworth, the old star in Jersey Cottontails. We'll see how Randy slots in as, I believe, maybe as the starting power forward. Had Lamar Thomas and Otto Law within. Didn't show off too much during last season. How Randy fits into. He definitely is a Swiss Army knife, and I see him fitting with any type of at all. So this I definitely don't think is a bad pick. I think he would have been picked up a bit low. He could have been picked up a bit lower, but with the grind that Randy has been showing, I don't think it was a bad pick in general. Like I said, great catch and shooter, exceptionally great at defense. I believed him to be a bit worse version of prime Draymond Green. He has some playmaking upside to him as well. I'll see with the upside he has. I don't think he's a bad pick at number 4, but there are some prospects here still that I personally did think could have been picked up higher. Oh, hello. Like Adam Gold is heading back to the stand. See who gets picked up at the 5th overall pick. With the 5th overall pick of the Season 2 SHL draft, the San Diego Storm select Carson Cold from Canyon Lake, Texas. Now Carson Cold has been selected. He has been definitely dropped a lot more than I thought he would have been picked up. I thought even if he didn't get picked up at number 1, he would have been at least been picked up at number 2 or 3. I don't blame San Diego for picking him. They might have an abundance of centers, currently having in Jas Taylor and Etan Zhang, but Carson Cold, if you have the number 5 pick and he's still available, you'd be wrong in not picking him. My mock draft is definitely already looking completely wrong. My first 5 picks not hitting whatsoever, but you know, it is what it is. Carson Cold, great player, great. I believe I was saying this earlier. He has the most offensive upside I see within a center. Great post game, great finishing game. He lacks a jump shot currently, but I do believe he'll be able to develop that soon. And great handle. I forgot if I said, but a great playmaker as well. I believe earlier into the last year of 2025, there was a clip shown of him passing a great lobbed attempt to Cade Priest within a run. Can't go wrong with Carson Cold in the draft area. Definitely a big surprise he did drop all the way down, but I mean, team fits, right? And at the end of the day, like, some players fit different systems, right? A minute left. Talk about number 6, the Tampa Bay Sharks. I have them selecting Jordan Scott, but with Brady Cran, Jason Hodges, Randall still on the board. I wonder if they'll be selecting a different player. Jordan Scott, other than Kuz, is contending for the best point guard within this draft with Kuz Westbrook. Both hyper athletic players on different sides of the spectrum, as Kuz is the faster player and Jordan is definitely the higher closest to the rim finisher. Definitely better bounce on him. He has the length on Kuz as well, being a 6'6" point guard and having a 6'8" wingspan. He's a bit on the lighter side, not use his body too much, but we'll see if he'll be able to develop any of that during the coming season. See if they select San Diego is another not San Diego, Tampa Bay. Oh, looks like his timer is up. We'll see who Jordan Scott see who Tampa Bay Sharks select with the pick. The 6th overall pick of the Season 2 SHL Draft, the Tampa Bay Sharks select Jordan Scott from Chicago, Illinois. Like there's a bit of a crowd for Jordan Scott. Great voice to this crowd. He is the 6th overall pick for the Tampa Bay Sharks. I believe Tampa Bay has been pursuing Jordan Scott heavily, and they were able to do great by picking him up at number 6. This was the only pick I've currently had that has been selected to be right. We'll see if see who else they pick at number 10, as they did great a pick for New Mexico's pick at number 10. Jordan Scott, I believe I did talk about him a bit earlier already. He is a hyper athletic guard, standing at 6'6". Great size on him, great athleticism. He has a bit of a shot creation game to him, developing playmaking, but I definitely see him being able to lead a team one day. He is very disciplined as a player. Great. Honestly, I'm not. He's definitely a bit of a project player, but with his type of mentality, I don't think there'll be any problem with Tampa Bay Sharks system. Team. Tampa Bay does have an old MVP runner-up in Daiki Uzumaki, who is another 6'6" point guard. We'll see who will be competing for that starting spot, whether it'll be Daiki or Jordan Scott. But with Jordan's relentlessness, I wouldn't think he'd be able to take that starting spot one day, as Daiki did. He started off the season with a blast, but ended off somewhat mid. Mitch Ferguson did turn up at the end a bit, I believe, but he did get traded. So, and Tampa did pick up a premier player in Milky Frost from the open recruit. Great player, the all-around player in the both sides of the court. How this team fits. Like Vancouver Kodiaks do have the 7th overall pick. They are, I don't know. They did drop one of their old players, or waive one of the old players in honestly I forgot his name, but they did waive one of the old players being a guard. They have Kaiser Prophet, Harry Ross, Mo Johnson pushing the front for Vancouver. See who they'll be able to select. Not too many weak points, but maybe the power forward spot. But looks like timer is up, and it's time for the Vancouver Canucks to select with the 7th overall pick. The 7th overall pick of the Season 2 SHL Draft, Vancouver Kodiaks select Grizzly Hub from Cleveland, Ohio. Grizzly, definitely an interesting prospect. He did grow from 6'7" to 6'8" within the off season. The coming season, he was he definitely was doubted to be a great finisher, great playmaker. Did not think he'd be going up this high, but it wasn't too much higher than I thought he would have. There's still a few players like Christopher Randall, Hodges, Brady Curran, still on the board, live and well, waiting to see where they get picked up. They have been dropping heavily. Christopher Randall especially slated at the number 2 spot, but he has been a bit iffy. Talk more about Grizzly Hub. He has started showing off a bit during games, prospect games. The great finisher does use his body a bit to head into the rim. Standing at 238 pounds, I believe. But he is definitely a grinder. Yeah, 238 pounds. He does shoot a bit more than I'd personally like and want in a prospect, but I mean, players are still developing. He has a great playmaking feel. I'm not too sure about seeing him as the first overall playmaking option, but I definitely can see him leading the second, being a second option as a playmaker. His defense mainly relies on his body. Definitely does use a bit of strength. Not the fastest, or he's not the best athletic wise, but I mean, his game is predicated around a lot of his IQ. Definitely, especially because he grew up as a point guard, had a complete growth spurt, becoming 6'7", then jumping all the way to 6'8" now. Heading to Vancouver with Kaiser, Malik, Terry, those players. He will be the same position as current star Kaiser Prophet. I'm interested in how that'll work out. Whether one of them will be slated as a power forward, one of them coming off the bench. But we'll see. As they do have power forward Joshua Bautista, but he didn't have the best season. But you know, we'll see how that works out. Next pick is again with a cottontail. We'll see who they select, as a few players definitely did drop down. Like I said, I'll keep reiterating. Christopher Randall, Jason Hodges, Brady Curran. Great players in their own right. Like they don't really fit with their teams, but we'll see if they pick. The 8th overall pick of the season 2 SHL draft, Jersey Cottontails select Brady Curran from Fayetteville, Arkansas. So Brady Curran dropped down all the way to the 8th overall pick. Still haven't seen Christopher or Jason up, but this is a great pick for both of them regardless. Drafting one of the best centers within this draft. He is standing at 7'2", second tallest behind Malcolm Vargas. Great defense. Possibly the best rebounder within the draft class as well. He is your prototypical rim running big. He has great hands, catching the ball. Great alley-oop finisher. Definitely expect him and Kuz to be an extremely great duo on the pick and roll. Definitely does not like I said, prototypical big. Definitely does not have that great of a shot. Does not have a great of a handle as well. But that's not what they're picking him up for. So see what Brady Karan can bring to this team. He does have a bit positional conflict with Walt Bennett, who did anchor Birmingham Stallions playoff run on the defensive end, and I believe being a top 5 rebounder in the playoffs as well. But they do with him. Quandary Ward as well, being same type of player as Brady Cran, but just at the power forward position. Brady also has a bit of a post game, so we'll see what he can work with post. Somewhat fast for his size, somewhat fast. Hustler. Honestly, if Malcolm Vargas wasn't in this class, I think he would have the most potential as the best defender as well. Well, as like anchoring a defense standpoint, not like point of attack defender. Either him or Carson, definitely great defensive upside with all those. He has, I believe, the best blocking, best rim protection potential. I think they went wrong with up at number 8. They already have Brady Skeens as a great option as a definitely want to see who will be the main scorer within this team though. Their current roster makeup doesn't have any player that did average 10 points per game, other than maybe Brady, but he did only play, I believe, 2 games last season. But it looks like the next pick is up. Adam. With the 9th overall pick of the Season 2 SHL Draft, the Jacksonville Hydra select Jason Hodges from Seattle, Washington. And again, here we go, another prospect I have definitely wrong on the board. Had Grizzly Cubs selected at number 9, but like they did pick up Jason Hodges. He is a great player, did not look the best at the combine, with shooting especially. Other than that, he has an SHL NBA SHL ready body, standing at 6'8", 230, 35 as well. 234 pounds, great strength on him. He is a great finisher, great rim runner, and is a great all-around defender, guarding 1 through 4 and occasional 5s. Don't think I'd be able to see guarding Carson, Malcolm, Brady maybe, Dowdy, and his athleticism as well. He is a bit of a shot hungry player, as in like he loves to take his jump shots, isn't the best at converting. All the other aspects in his game he is great at regardless. Can't wait to see what he'll do on Jacksonville Hydra with Mally Thomas, who tried a copy getter for. Can't wait to Tampa Bay Sharks are back at it again. 10th pick. Original pick being from New Mexico. They picked up. I have Jason Ramsey up there, but there are a few players that haven't been drafted. Randall. I have higher. Actually, all the players I did have slotted up higher were already picked. That did jump up a lot. Yeah, I originally have Jason Ramsey. Like, did you see if they hold the honor? My draft board's already completely wrong, other than Jordan Watt, but what can you do? You can only scout so much. Don't know what all these teams are looking for at the end of the day, but Tampa Bay drafted and it looks like the 10th overall pick is underway. Adam Gold heading up to the stands. With the 10th overall pick of the Season 2 SHL draft, Tampa Bay Sharks select Blanco Sky from Detroit, Michigan. And that was another pick that I did not expect to go that high. Both Randy Sanders and Blanco Sky I did having slated a lot lower. Randy I did originally have in this second round, jumped all the way to number 4. Blanco still in the, I believe, to have been picked up in the second round. Picked up at number 10 by Tampa Bay. Picking up some big great names, big great hustlers. Like I said with Brady Cran, I believe to be the same with Blanco Sky. Prototypical big rim athlete, rim runner, great defensively. I believe Blanco to be a bit less polished in that sense. Not the best offensively. Did see him in the combines getting blocked by a few guards. So we'll see how he develops offensively. But on the defensive side, he was absolutely amazing. Held down Carson Cold. Does great rebounder, great at boxing out. Wouldn't be surprised if he leads the league in rebounds one day. Even this season, he might even do that too, but we'll see what happens. He is a great hustler. Can't think of anything bad on the defensive side of the ball. Offensive side, like I said, not the. He is slated to be like a rim athlete, rim finisher, but isn't the best at finishing. Doesn't use his strength or his weight to the best of his ability. Definitely not the strongest, despite being the second heaviest in the draft. Only benched 14 times out of all the other prospects, and that was within the mid tier of the draft. But definitely has a lot of potential with him as as a basketball player. Don't know who we'll see with the center rotation being Dejon Davis, Dusty Marion, and Blanco Sky, but we'll see. Alright, looks like the 11th pick is going underway. Adam Gold heading up to the stand. With the 11th pick, with the 11th overall pick of the Season 2 SHL draft, the Birmingham Stallions select Jason Ramsey from St. Louis, Missouri. So it does look like Jason Ramsey did drop a bit too. Crazy to think, well, one spot, but crazy to think that Christopher Randall is still on the board despite being slated at the number 2 spot, ranked at number 6 as a prospect. Definitely crazy to think that he has dropped this low. Some teams definitely don't think he could fit, but still at 11 already and not picking up the best prospect available. I don't know what to say, man. But we'll see what does on this team. Jason Ramsey is a great. I don't remember if I did mention it at all during the SHL features article, but I believe for him to be one of the best catch and shoot players in this draft, he is great defensively. He's a great overall player. I would describe him as maybe a baby Tatum. Maybe, definitely not as polished, obviously, of course. I think coming in as a prospect, he might be a bit worse than Jason Tatum did when going into the NBA, but Jason Ramsey, I believe he'll be filling the same type of role. Shot creator, great off the catch, great off the ball, great defender, great finisher. I don't think he has the lead type of ball handling skills yet, but we'll see him develop over time. Birmingham Stallions has a few good ball handlers already. They have Thorfinn Uchiha, who did lead the team. Didn't have the best efficiency wise, but still a great lead ball handler. At T Diddy, one of the best shooters in the league. Also one of the better playmakers on the team. Aaron Banks, I personally believe for him to be a triple-double threat, but to each their own. Great forward, 6'5", 7-foot wingspan. This team is definitely a bit guard heavy, but seeing as they did trade their center for Eddie Tate and Izzy Ora, they are a bit lacking on the bigger side of things. Jason Ramsey is going to be tied for one of the taller players, or second tallest player, with Ross Gaines and Eddie Tate. Despite Eddie Tate being the center, Mike Keels is the tallest player at 7'1". Jason Ramsey, we might be seeing him play at the center position, but I honestly don't think that'll be a problem for him. He's a great defender, great player. Hope to see what he does in Birmingham with that culture. I hear some rumors that there might be a new coach coming in for Birmingham. Not too sure. That is still in the works. I'm not. I've had sources tell me that, but it's not a for sure thing yet, so we'll see. The next pick will be going to the Emeralds. We'll see if they pick up Christopher Randall yet. Still crazy to think that he has not been drafted. Seattle, I have slated to be picking up, I believe, Marco Borelli. Yeah, slated to pick up Marco Borelli. He honestly can't wait to see what he does in the league. But it looks like the next pick is over away. See what happens as Adam Gold walks this. With the 12th overall pick of the Season 2 SHL draft. The Seattle Emeralds select Marco Borelli from Bologna, Italy. Adam Gold did have a bit of trouble pronouncing Marco Borelli's hometown. I would too. But it was where I slated Marco Borelli to go, to the Seattle Emeralds. They do have a point guard in James Reyes, but he is definitely not the best playmaker, and I believe that Marco will be able to fill that playmaking gap. Antonio Hendricks did not have a great playoffs. I think that Marco Borelli will be able to handle some of that pressure, get that pressure off of Antonio. But we'll see what Marco Borelli does in this franchise. I think he'll definitely make the bigs a lot better, as he did for Doc Holliday within the combine. Made Doc Holliday look like a mini Shaq out there. Hillbilly Shaq, as I call him. But good to see Marco picked up by this franchise. Hope that they do get new coaching. I don't know if it's fully the coaching's problem, but they are in somewhat need of a ball handler, as Amen Tompkins did get traded away. Another helpful ball handler. Marco does not bring too much size to the table. Their guards are already somewhat small, with James Reyes and Simon Clark being 6 foot and 6'2" respectively. Marco is, I believe, 6'3", not 100% sure. Marco. Yeah, he is standing at 6'3". We'll see if he'll be able to do anything with that kind of size. See what he does. He is a great playmaker, great finisher. I had, yes, somewhat of a, I want to say like a baby, not as strong Bledsoe type. Maybe Goran Dragic. Not too sure how to describe his game. He definitely likes a bit of his shots. Isn't the best shooter, but likes to shoot a bit. But he is one of the bounciest guards in this draft class. Honestly, in contention with Jordan Scott as a dunker, but see what he does. I believe for him to be a better shooter than Amen Tompkins already, so hopefully this team won't be lacking in the shooting department anytime soon. The next pick, it will be the Montreal Maple. They did just sign their new coach, Cole Collins. They did have Coach of the Year in Willie Green, but I guess there might have been some issues in the front office. We'll see what happens with them. With Coach Collins, hopefully he'll be able to turn the franchise around, even though it was already turned around to one of the best of his abilities. They have some great guards, some great forwards. Wondering if they do end up picking a big. Chris Randall's still on the board, but it might be a bit, I'm not, repetitive. Having like Lazard there, Jordan Chambers, I don't know, a few like small forwards already. Oh, and it looks like the 13th pick is coming over. Adam Gold coming to this. With the 13th overall pick of the Season 2 SHL draft, the Montreal Maple select Christopher Randall from Chelmsford, England. And it looks like Christopher Randall has just been picked up. Christopher Randall, slated to be at number 2 in my mock draft, dropped all the way down to number 13. Had him as the 6th best overall prospect. Crazy to think that he dropped all the way down to number 13. Montreal Maple did the best. I don't personally believe it will be great fit-wise, but they picked the best player available, which I believe to be is Christopher Randall. He is a great scoring punch, one of the better shooters in this draft. Montreal Maple is somewhat of a shooty team. I think they led the league in three-pointers attempted. In the playoffs, they definitely did not. And regular season, they did not either. I was wrong about that, but hopefully it looks like Chris Randall will be impacting that, maybe shooting, helping their shooting prospects a bit more. Hopefully we'll see some great development with Christopher Randall on the team. This team has a bit redundancy with the scoring, as they have a score first guard in Hugo Wood, the current MVP. They have Lazar Glaic, one of the best scorers as well. Timmy Weber, one of the best shooters. This team has a lot of scorers already. I wonder what they're going to be doing with another one. We'll see what they do in the draft with their next pick, with their last second round pick. They do. Some notable prospects still on the board for the Austin Outlaws, who did win last season. Seiju Akashi, Jalen Frost, Cade Priest, Devin Hunter, Marquise Johnson, Javad Storm, some of the prospects that are coming up. They do have a bit of a hole to fill, as they did lose their backup point guard at Irvin Coakley and Ethan Goldman, who both went to the Fresno Redwoods during the expansion draft. They currently only have Rex Weaver, who was another runner-up for MVP, and great scoring guard in Jacoby Ward, who did show off better playmaking potential during the playoffs. We'll see who they select. They are a bit set on the bigs. Maybe a small forward would be great for them, but definitely thinking to see either a wing or a guard picked up by the Austin Outlaws. And it looks like the next pick is underway. Adam Gold heading to the stand. With the 14th overall pick of the Season 2 SHL draft, the Austin Outlaws select Seijiro Akashi from Tokyo, Japan. Like I said, they were looking to drafting guards, maybe wings. It looks like they did pick up Seijiro Akashi, and it'd be great backup punch. I honestly think he'll be better as a backup point guard than Irvin Coakley did. He is, I believe, to be a better playmaker, better shooter. We'll see how he does in this offense with the champions. Losing Ethan Goldman, they did need a bit of a shooting punch. Looks like they did get it with Seijiro Akashi. He is a great playmaker, like I said. Honestly, I think he could lead the floor. Jacoby Ward, if he's having an off day, Seijiro Akashi is there to back him up as a point guard. Honestly, maybe could see him overtaking the spot one day if he develops well enough. He is a bit undersized, standing at I believe 6'2", 6'3". He has a 6'4" wingspan and a little underweight, with standing at 186 pounds. Great to see him picked up regardless, though. I think he'll be do great in Lost and Outlaws. And it looks like that concludes the Season 2 SHL draft first round. We'll be heading into the second round now. The time slots for the potential pickup time will be shortened to 2 minutes instead of 3. See how they do with that. And we'll see 2 back-to-back picks from the Cincinnati Royals. We'll see who they pick up. They picked up Randy Sanders, so we'll see if they pick up any other type of position. They filled the wing position, or are they looking to just a draft? They have 2 point guards already, shooting guard. We'll see if they pick up another backup shooting guard or another center. Curtis Newman did lead the team in, or lead the league in the playoffs in rebounds. Honestly, don't think he'll be replaced anytime soon. I think that's the reason why they traded down a pick in the first place, because they had Curtis Newman already. Picked up Randy Sanders. Only position I could see them filling are the small forward position or any of the shooting guard position. Yeah. It looks like Adam Gold is heading up to the stand. See what happens. With the 15th overall pick of the Season 2 SHL draft, the Cincinnati Royals select Bang Wan from Houston, Texas. And that is a great pick from the Cincinnati Royals. Picked up a great 1-2 punch with a Bang Wan. He is a great overall player. Great shooter, great shot creator. He is developing a bit defensively, but he has great length to him, having a 7'2" wingspan, standing at 6'8". He is a bit on the skinnier side, but I don't think that'll be too much of a problem, as he is a bit of a player that uses length at least. I did see a tad bit of playmaking potential in him, so we'll see if he ends up potentially being a second playmaker for the Cincinnati Royals. They already have 2 great playmakers, but honestly, with how fluid of a player he is, I could see him being slated at the number 2 spot potential at times. But great pick by the Cincinnati Royals. He was a bit of a sleeper pick. During the early beginnings of last season, he wasn't too much there, but he did rise up in the later end, closer to the draft. Rose his draft stock as well. Can't wait to see what he does in Cincinnati. And like I said, back-to-back picks with the Cincinnati Royals. We'll see who they pick up. Just regardless of whether Bang Wan can play guard, they are still missing a shooting guard. They have Alex Harrison on the team, but I personally don't think he's a starting caliber player for a playoff contending team. But it looks like Adam Golda is coming back to the stand. See what happens. With the 16th overall pick of the Season 2 SHL draft, the Cincinnati Royals select Jack Hogan from Sydney, Australia. Now this is another sleeper pick. Jack Hogan, what came onto the draft board pretty late as a prospect. He is currently a brother to a player that was in the SHL last year, James Hogan. He was on the Birmingham Stallions, but did get waived as there were some internal conflicts on the team. But it looks like that won't be too much of a problem, as James Hogan will be going, or James Hogan is a current open prospect or open recruit, and Jack Hogan is on the Cincinnati Royals. Like I said, I don't believe Alex Harrison to be a starting prospect or starting player for a contending team, and we did see Jack Hogan get picked up. He is a great scorer. I think they'll fill the scoring need that they lost from Kendrick Wooten and Tyrese Holloway. North Lemsworth is there as well. We'll see how that works out. I think Jack Hogan is a great hustler as well. He might not be the best off-ball player, but he is somewhat of a good shooter off the catch, so we'll see what he can do in the Cincinnati Royals. Some great picks right now. Looks like the next pick will be going to the San Diego Storm. They picked up Carson Cold. We'll see if they pick up any other position. They are currently lacking, I believe, the forward position, but we'll see who they pick. Now it looks like their time is up. Adam Gold coming to the stand. With the 17th overall pick of the SHL Season 2 draft, the San Diego Storm select Marquise Johnson from Spokane, Washington. Now this I highly believe to be another sleeper pick. Marquise Johnson, honestly, best shooter as a big. I could almost confidently say he's one of the best shooters, period, in the draft class. Standing at 7'1", having 7'4" wingspan, 252 pounds. He's the closest player I can say is to being a Malcolm Vargas stopper. I don't think he'll be a great anchor defensively, but who am I to say what he can and can't be? Like I said, one of the best shooting prospects on this team, or in this draft class. He isn't the... I say that with some hesitation, as while he is a great shooter, he doesn't do it on much volume. We'll see how he does in the league, though. Whether San Diego will use that to their advantage. San Diego is currently heavy on centers, having 4 currently with Marquise Johnson included. We'll see how they do. If they pick up any, dropped any players, pick up any other players. Hopefully this pick works out for them. It looks like the next pick will be going to the Las Vegas Vipers. They picked up Kyrie Jameson. We'll see who they pick up coming up. Well, they currently have, I think at most they're currently missing maybe a power forward prospect, only having Sanjay Warner at the power forward. We'll see who they pick up. And with that, I think Adam Gold is coming up to the stands. But with the 18th overall pick of the Season 2 SHL draft, the Las Vegas Vipers select Monta Press from Cleveland, Ohio. So this pick is a very interesting pick as well. Monta Press, heaviest prospect in the class. Great strength-wise. He is a surprisingly good shooter. I could like compare him to maybe being like who can I compare him to? Maybe Marcus All in a sense. He's a bit small, but his true position isn't the center, so which is surprising despite how heavy he is. We'll see how he works out in the league, being 273 pounds. There is some, I believe, connection between Coach Montatella Nero and Montapress. I think they did have some relation, maybe I know there's some familial connection. I believe it's nephew and uncle, maybe even farther than that. I'm not too sure. Regardless of whether this could have been a nepotism pick, I still think that Montapress is going to do great on this team regardless. They did need another power forward other than Sanjay Warner, so they did do great in picking up Montapress to fill that void. It looks like the next pick is coming up. Item gold coming up to the stand. What happens? The 19th overall pick of the Season 2 SHL draft, the St. Louis Thunderbirds select Devin Hunter from Salt Lake City, Utah. Devin Hunter is a great prospect. I believe him to be one of the better anchors as interior defender. He is a bit of a shooter as well. Great floor spacer. Has a bit of length to him as well. 6'11", 7'3" wingspan. From scouting reports I've seen, he isn't a bad shot blocker, but he isn't the best either despite his wingspan. I seen him get a few more passing lane steals if anything. He's great on the perimeter as well. I don't think this is a bad pick for St. Louis, but I definitely do think they are a bit heavy on the bigger side, as they have Johnny Wad, tallest player in the league, Jordan Toole, another center, and now they're picking up Devin Hunter, which is another center. We'll see how they how he slates out to be. They had a big trade. Kendrick Wooden was added to the team. Deshaun House, their starting point guard, was traded to the Cincinnati Royals. They traded the Wizard for Jordan Toole. See how this turns out, as they don't have a premier point guard. Closest things they have are D'Artagnan Cruz and Sakai Grimes, who, while aren't bad playmaking options, they aren't the best either. Sakai came off the bench majority of the games. Don't have too much film on him, and D'Artagnan Cruz looked to be a bit more of a spot-up shooter for this team. We'll see how it slates out for them with the playmaking aspect. Chicklin Blocklin is definitely the best playmaker in this team. Didn't get to show it off too much as he was a bit of a spot-up shooter, but looks like the next pick is up. And Adam Gold heading up to this stand. With the 20th pick, overall pick of the Season 2 SHL draft, the Tampa Bay Sharks select Cade Priest from Orlando, Florida. Cade Priest, one of the better slashers in this draft, one of the better jumpers as well, or vertical athletes, not jump shooters. Did see a highlight with him and Carson. I believe I mentioned that earlier about Carson's playmaking ability. Cade Priest was the one to finish off that alley-oop poster dunk. He is a great vertical athlete, great finisher. I believe I wrote it down in the SHL Futures article. He is a great rim driver. He was able to beat off his defender He beat his defender to the rim every time he drove in, and I don't see the Sharks going wrong with this pick here. See what he does in the on the team though. But great pick regardless. Cade Priest, also a great defender as well. He is a bit small, standing at 6'11", 6'7", but he has great length to him, having a 7'2" wingspan, and he is somewhat of a good playmaker as well. But we'll see what he can do on that side of the ball. His jump shot is not there, but with Tampa Bay Sharks, there are a few shooters there already. They picked up South Lemsworth. See how Cade Priest does on this team. And the next pick will be going to the Vancouver Kodiaks. We'll see who they pick up, as they did pick up Grizzly Hub. 21st pick to Kodiaks. Excited to see who they pick up. It looks like Adam Gold is coming up podium. With the 21st overall pick of the Season 2 SHL draft, the Vancouver Kodiaks select Peyton Noah from Oakland, California. Peyton Noah is a premier guard. Maybe not premier, but he did show out heavily during the Combine games. He was the reason why Kuz was held down to I wouldn't say abysmal, but not the best offensive day for him. Peyton Noah might be the best guard defender in this class. Best point of attack defender. Wouldn't be surprised if he makes a all defensive team in the first season he's there as the guard. He is not super polished on the offensive side. He is a decent playmaker, but he did show out definitely during the Combine games. Great driver, great catch and shooter. It may have not affected him too much defensively, as Kuz Westbrook was primary defender for Peyton Noah, but he did do great regardless. Not surprised to see him picked up at 21 to the Kodiaks. He will be a great backup option to Terry Ross, who is the starting point guard. Was the leading scorer in the regular season, and hope to see what he. Can't wait to see what he does on the Kodiaks this coming season. The next pick let's go to the Cottontail. They have 4 picks this draft. Trying to capitalize heavy off this very heavy heavy draft class. Yeah. Looks like the next pick is up. This 22nd overall pick of the Season 2 SHL draft, the New Jersey Cottontail select Jalen Jet Rooker from Durham, North Carolina. Definitely an interesting pick from the Cottontail. He did have a bit of growth spirit, going from 6'3" to 6'5". Definitely think it's going to impact his game a lot. Great catch and shooter. I believe he can hit shots off the dribble a bit. Not a bad playmaker as well. Good finisher. Gonna be interesting to see how he fits on this team. They did pick up a lot of the other players they wanted already, so see how that happens. Be interesting, definitely, as there are some prospects still on the board, such as Jalen Frost, still on the board. Quad Storm, JJ Archer, Jerry Kirkland, Gabriel Lafayette, or Evercant Green. Gonna be interesting to see where they land, or if they land on any team at all. Definitely would have thought that Jalen Frost would have been picked up a lot earlier, but maybe his combine game or draft combine helpful. Up for him. Yeah, the Jacksonville Hydra are up next. Picked up Jason Hodges earlier in the draft. They're set on the wing as they do have Mally Thomas. They lost two of their players, Low Tapper and Mansion Draft. Martin Bridges, guard, really shooting guard. Nico, one of the leading blockers of last year. Happened. And looks like the next pick is up. The 23rd overall pick of the Season 2 SHL Draft. Jacksonville Hydra select Jalen Frost from Los Angeles, California. But Jalen Frost was a definitely late pick for this coming draft. Not expecting him to slide all the way down to 23, but great value on this pick list. He is one of the better shot creator scorers in this draft class. Great shooter off the dribble, great finisher. Definitely think he lacks some aspects of the game. During the combine, he was not able to show out too much as he was delegated to being more of a spot up role during the draft combine. Hopefully that doesn't affect him too much with him going to the Jacksonville Hydra and Mally Thomas being the lead option, Martin Bridges as the second. Jason Hodges is there as well. We'll see whether he'll be a impact player, whether he'll be coming out as a role player or star in his first. Jalen Frost is gonna be a great pickup regardless. I see him being like somewhat like Lance Stevenson was on the Pacers. Great spark plug. He may come off the bench, depends on how well Aiden Worthy is playing. Aiden Worthy is one of their lead ball handlers with Martin Bridge. Definitely not the most efficient, but he is one of the better playmakers of the team, as he did lead in assists. Happens with the Jacksonville Hydra team, as they, and with these two draft picks, they are missing players, so they sign, whether it be some of the undrafted free agents or normal open, like the next up. Adam Gold getting to the snap. The 24th overall pick of the Season 2 SHL Draft, New Mexico Aztecs select Jerry Kirkland, Sacramento, California. So Jerry Kirkland definitely did drop as well. He is one of the better players draft as a rim driver. I believe him and Jay Sean Walker, who I am surprised is not picked up by a team yet either. Did tie for most bench press reps, like a draft combine with 26. Very impressive for uh, a guard that stands at 6'5" and is, I believe, 200 pounds. Yeah, measured at 206 pounds. This Mexico Aztecs team is a bit. They did trade for Mitch Ferguson after trading their pick. Is a scorer. They have Jaden Carson, score first guard as well, one of the best shooters on the league. He'll be competing with Daniel Zizzo and Malachi Payton for that shooting guard spot, but because of how strong he is, I wouldn't be surprised if he played a bit of the forward position as well. It'll be hard to see whether he does though, as Mitch Ferguson is on the team, Jack Barrow is on the team, and see what he does for Mexico Aztecs. Not a bad pickup for Aztecs though. They did lose Ethan Zhang and Tyler Johnson. The expansion draft, we'll see how that affects them, as Ethan Zhang was a great backup, big option, Young, and Tyler Johnson, their scorer, other than Jaden Carson as well. How this team does. Next picks on the way. Adam Gold heading for this. 25th overall pick of draft. Birmingham Stallions select Gabriel Lafayette from Paris, France. Gabriel Lafayette is another prospect that came in a bit late, not too known in this draft. But from the time he did come, he was able to make a huge impact, both defensively and offensively. In the draft combine, he showed out great in the games as a measurements, athleticism, shooting standpoint. He wasn't the best. He is 6'10" with a negative wingspan, with a 6'9" wingspan, 1 inch shorter than his height, and he is one of the slower prospects, while also having the lowest vertical in the draft class. But that did not stop him, regardless, from being picked up. As combine, he did great as the glue guy. He is a great defender. His wingspan stop him playing great defense on the interior. He is very a good help defender, and he is a very good playmaker as well. The things I said about Randy Sanders, I think, can potentially be said about Gabriel Lafayette. Great connecting piece. Definitely not as good as a shooter as Randy Sanders. He has a bit of shooting in his bag. Wouldn't say it's the best. Wouldn't trust him. Game on the line. Death lays to planet Earth, but it's a wide open shot. If it's Gabriel Lafayette, why not let it fly, right? Excited to see what he does with his Italians team, as they did pick up Jason Ramsey, picked up 2 power forwards. We'll see how slots up. We might see Gabriel Lafayette go at the starting center spot a bit. Who knows? Gonna be a great regardless. It looks like Adam Gona is heading up to the stands. Next overall pick. Happens. with a 26th overall pick in the Season 2 SHL draft, the New Jersey Cottontail select DJ Mills from Houston, Texas. This here, I believe to be is same with the Montepress pick with Coach Montetella Nero. Is a bit of a nepotism pick. It isn't highly, as it is a 26th overall pick, but DJ Mills does have familial relation to Coach Johnny Carr, I believe. I'm not too sure how that works, but we'll see how that works out. DJ Mills might be coming in as a project player for this team. Not too sure, but DJ Mills himself isn't a bad player. He has some good He had some good shooting nights during the draft, the prospect runs. He's a decent overall defender, standing at 6'9" with a 7'1" wingspan. Wouldn't be surprised to see him guarding 2 through maybe 5, depending on the days. He is a decent spot up shooter. Definitely shoots a bit more than you'd want him to, but I mean, if it works out for him, it works out for him. DJ Mills is heading to the New Jersey Cottontails, who already have established picks on their team with Westbrook, Brady Curran, and Jalen Rooker. Gonna be interesting to see what he does for this team, though. Excited as well. But the next pick will be going to the Montreal Maple again. We picked Christopher Randall. Has a great steal. We'll see if they pick up another steal potentially. Who they pick up, not too sure. Looks like, yeah, Adam Gold is heading up to the stand for the next overall pick. And with the 27th overall pick of the Season 2 SHL draft, the Montreal Maple select Javad Storm from Tehran, Iran. Javad Storm is a great player. 100%. Don't think they did wrong with picking him up at the 27th overall pick. Montreal Maple was lacking a bit of size from them, as they did lose Jordan Toole, but they did make up for it drafting Javad Storm. They have Jordan Walker, they have Howie Rollins. Javad Storm coming in as the tallest player in the draft in this team. He is not the best defensively, I would say, but definitely a great offensively as a floor spacer. One of the better shooters in out of all the bigs, starting at 7 foot with a 7 foot wingspan as well. Javad, I would say, pretty decent rebounder. Like I said, he isn't the best defensively, but he does show some upside as well in that that area of his expertise. Wouldn't be surprised to see him as one of the main screeners for Hugo Woods and being a popper. Definitely gonna help space out the team a bit. Didn't have the best shooters on this team other than I'll say Lazar, Flight, and Timmy Weber. Outside of those three, I wouldn't really rely on too much of the other players. Even Hugo Wood at that point, he might be a decent scorer, but he isn't the best efficiency wise. And we'll see the Outlaw pick with their last pick as it comes in. The Austin Outlaws are with the last pick of the Season 2 SHL draft. The Adam Gold coming up. Stands. With the 28th overall pick and the last overall pick of the Season 2 SHL draft, the Austin Outlaws select JJ Archer Jr. from Rome, Italy. JJ Archer Jr. is a great overall player. He did great in the combine, great scorer. I heard rumors that he did want to reclassify, but it was a bit too late for the process to go through. But it's great to see him get picked up regardless. Gonna see him go to a championship team, see how he develops. They did lose some players, like I said, in Irvin Coakley and Ethan Goldman. We'll see if JJ Archer Jr. and Seijiro Okashi can fill that gap. But gonna be interesting to see how this team goes up. But that's it for the Season 2 SHL draft, everybody. Thank you for attending. Even if you didn't get picked up, do not worry, this isn't your last chance. Undrafted open recruits are able to get signed to training camp deals or normal deals as well to teams. Just remember, there's players like Jalen Brunson. Let me check any other undrafted players. Oh, Austin Reeves. Who else? Ben Wallace, Fred Van Fleet, Austin. Oh yeah, I said that. They did absolutely splendid on the court, despite being undrafted. Do not feel too down that you did not get drafted, as you still have an opportunity. There will be a summer league replacement tournament coming up for all of you guys. Come out and show out. Hopefully we'll see some of you prospects there. I hope all of you guys enjoyed watching the draft. Hope to see you all in the server. Hope to see you all hooping in the team, in the league. And Wade Reese out, Adam Gold out, Kaiser Prophet out, and